trio of all Big Ten honorees from last year representing the cream and crimson here at Big Ten Media Days. Aiden Fisher, Elijah Surratt, and Mikhail Kamara joining us on set. Gentlemen, looking good. I know you're feeling good. Last year was phenomenal, and as Coach Sig said, that is behind us. I want to ask you, Aiden, because you said that you are the undisputed leader of this team. What has it felt like? How different has it been coming back into the offseason this year?
Yeah, it's been good. Almost a similar feel to last year. We got a lot of new guys, a lot of returning production as well, which I think is what is going to make the difference from that transition now. With so much returning production and, players, now everybody's on the same page. Everybody's getting adapted a little bit quicker. So we're definitely a lot further along than we were last year. But still a lot of time to go.
All three of you followed Coach Sig to Bloomington from JMU, so he believed in you early, and you believe in him now, and it's been a beautiful thing to see how it's all come together. Mikhail, for you, what was the biggest transition to playing in the Big Ten and having the season that you had last year?
For me personally, it was just having confidence, right? I feel like coming into the Big Ten, everyone plays the same for the most part. They're just a lot bigger, right? So once I got over that hump of just realizing, I could play here, I could ball here, it was just a mental game. So once I got that flowing, once we played Maryland, we played Nebraska, I was like, all right, I could do this.
I was going to ask, was there a moment when you felt like that confidence sort of turned the corner?
I think Maryland was circled and highlighted and starred for me going into the season. So to have the game that I had, I was like, okay, I can do this. So Maryland was definitely the turning point of the season.
Elijah, we're sitting there watching the highlights from last year, and all three of you have smiles on your face. Aiden goes, this is the best part of the day, no doubt about it. Some good memories. Waffle House always open.
Ooh.
Where did you take the biggest step last year, and where do you want to go this year?
Biggest step for me, just little stuff that I was doing, improving on what I did my sophomore year. Nothing major. Going into this year, I want to step into a bigger leadership role. I feel like I've done that well. These guys trusted me to help lead the team, and the players out there have been trusting me. So I've been trying to be that vocal voice out there for everybody,
Tell us about Fernando Mendoza. I covered him when he was at Cal. He's one of the most interesting human beings I've ever been around. Just a fascinating young man. I know he's a very talented quarterback. And just like Curtis Rourke last year, it felt like there's a step that's to be taken from the spring to the fall. So what can you tell us about, his touch and your chemistry with him?
Man, it's been going great. He's my fourth quarterback I've been with now, so I kind of know how it goes, like the bumps that you go through with chemistry and stuff that happens. But it's been great so far. Spring we had our little chemistry problems, but that's bound to happen. That happens with every quarterback and receiver. Summer we've got good work together, and now camp's going to be important for us to continue to build on that. But I love the way he throws the ball. He flips that switch once he's out there, and it's fun to watch.
Yeah. From a defensive standpoint, what stands out to you about what he brings?
He's been phenomenal so far. First off is just his leadership skills. He's done such a good job having guys gravitate towards him, bettering the people around him. And then, when we get on the field, it's good because he's a competitor. And, I love that as a linebacker because he's going to hear it from me and I'm going to hear it from him on every throw. But I love it that way. It's just we're going to just keep bettering each other. He's done such a good job taking the right steps, developing, and kind of really, taking the system in. And almost he's at a point now where I think he could teach it to somebody else. He lives in that facility. So I'm really excited for him. And the potential he has in this offense is unlimited.
Who talks the most trash at practice? I should know.
Aiden Fisher.
Yeah, it's got to be me.
Aiden Fisher.
Really?
Aiden Fisher.
Gotta get the guys going.
You got best leader on the team, hands down. No wonder Kurt Signetti said that. The best trash talker. I do think when you talk about Coach Signetti, his confidence, and he discussed this on the set, it is contagious. And I think it's true when it starts at the top and it kind of funnels down. What is it? He's a interesting guy. He does it a little bit his own way. For each of you, what has been the thing that you've believed in him from the beginning at JMU and what you've seen now that you've been able to do this at the Big Ten level?
For me, that we're going to go out and we're going to win. He's proven it on wherever he's going to go. We have to put the work in. He preaches that, but if you put this work in day to day, you're going to see success on Saturday, and it's stuck true.
I definitely agree with that. I think he kind of has this motto as the standard is the standard, right? So once you come in and whether you're lifting weights, whether you're watching film, whether it's practice, whether it's treatment, you got to do everything at a high level. So once you're in that facility, it's all business. Get it done. Once you leave, you can do whatever you want to do. But once you're in that facility, it's go time and we're going to win.
Yeah, I would just say his attitude is so contagious. It goes from him down to his staff to the strength staff to the players. Every single day we're demanded the best, and I think that's why he's gotten so much out of his teams. It's just because he demands the best, and we're going to do that with maximum effort every time. And that's ultimately how you improve.
It was so fun covering you guys last season and seeing how, I mean, it was like you awoke the sleeping giant of a fan base that was so hungry and so grateful for the experience that you gave them and all those incredible wins. What was it like on game day to watch it grow from Coach Signetti begging fans to come out to, at the end, it was the hottest ticket in town. The support was phenomenal. What was it like?
I mean, it was amazing. Seeing the difference between our first game and then coming back for the Nebraska game, I think that was really the turning point for the fan base. You know, you walk past this, it's kind of like a tunnel before you go out onto the field. You can kind of see through a window, and it's, you know, the fans, and not a single seat was open. You can see Signetti towels everywhere. Do your homework later, like all that. So he does a great job getting everybody involved, but that fan base means so much to this school and our program, and I think they finally got the winner they deserve, and, you know, they're going to continuously get that.
Anything you would add to that?
No, I definitely agree. I just feel like the way that Sid goes about it is he knows how to make a winning program, right? That's not just with having good coaches or having good players. He knows how to make a whole entire environment, right? The way that he's able to make Bloomington like a destination now. You got 4 stars, 5 stars coming here. You got transfers that want to come here and play for Indiana, which that didn't really happen in the past. So for him to be able to make that happen is phenomenal.
Yeah, 100%. Just the fan base, them showing up. The Maryland game sticks out to me just because it was real rainy that game. Didn't know if the fans were really going to show up. It was an important game, but they stuck through it with us, and that's when I'm kind of like, oh, okay, the community's here rocking with us. And then that next week, they just kept on going and going. So without them, we wouldn't be able to win some games. So shout out to the fans out there for sure.
It does feel like it all builds together, right? It's not just one thing. It all, when it's working together, it can be something special, and that's certainly what we saw last year. What did you learn from the Notre Dame CFP game?
Obviously, we're a team that is, you know, built upon the little things. But I just think there were a lot of little things that, you know, we messed up on and they capitalized on, and that ultimately led to, you know, us losing. But there's so many things to learn from that game, just takeaways, scheme-wise, player-wise, that, you know, you take for yourself. So as soon as that game was over, like, it was almost like you were anxious to watch the film, like you were eager to go get into it, make a decision to come back, and like it was just so much to learn. And I think now I'm such a better player for it. Obviously, nobody wants to lose. You hate that, but the lessons I took from it, I think, have, you know, propelled me a really long way.
Well, Kyle, you second that emotion?
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, I mean, that was kind of went into the decision of me coming back, right? I feel like we had something that was so special, right? And we kind of, I won't say failed, but we just didn't accomplish what we wanted. So I think right now the goal is to win the championship. So I think after that Notre Dame game, I think going into the season, going into some of our road games going this season, I think it's important to just go out there and perform at a level that you know we can, right? Have a lot of confidence and not try to play up to another standard, try to play outside of your body. Just play and embrace the moment that we're living.
It does feel like often it's easier to learn from a loss than a win in certain ways. All right, a couple non-football ones before we let you guys get on your way here in Vegas. All three of you have dogs.
We do.
Yes.
This might be the hardest among the three. Who's the alpha among Ace, Caesar, and Cece?
Thank you.
Which one? Caesar?
Not even
Scary
close.
dog. Right
It's
there.
really?
Caesar's a
Scary
cane corso, so it's without a doubt Caesar's the top dog.
You were waiting for them to say that.
CC, see his dog, just in his face, my dog backing up.
Do the dogs hang out? Is there like a dog?
They won't let my dog hang out with them,
That
bro.
dog.
Yeah.
My dog's fluffy.
They won't-
He
they
likes to be
won't let
nice
him
and
hang
lazy.
out.
Dog's a little princess. They can't deal with those type of.
Do you think
mean
there's
animals.
something to be said about the personalities of each of the dogs that you have?
I think it does a little bit.
I hope not. I really hope not. I got a little fluffy dog. I hope it's not talking about me.
My dog hasn't barked yet, and it's American Bully, and it hasn't barked yet. So my
Wow.
teammate, Omar Cooper, I'm playing the game. He walks in my house, takes my dog, and brings it upstairs, and my dog doesn't make a single noise. I get off the game, I'm like, where's my dog at? Where's my dog at?
He's not keeping you safe. It doesn't sound like. Fair enough. All right, last one for you guys, and I think one of the opportunities is it's really cool that you guys have the relationship that you have. You obviously have come a long way together. But I want to go down the line, and I want you to tell me the thing that you admire. It doesn't need to be football related. It can be about the two guys sitting next to you. And Elijah, we'll start with you.
Man, just the way they carry themselves. Since I met them at JMU, the way they handle business on and off the field, I look at a freshman to see if he's doing something good, so I can take it. Or I look at guys that like this, and just the way they handle business day in and day out. No matter if they feeling bad, if they sprained the ankle, if they shoulder hurting, they put that work in every single day, and I appreciate that for them for sure.
Nah, both of them, they work their tails off. Fish, I see Fish working out all the time. I see Elijah working out all the time. Anytime I'm on the field, I always see them working, right? So the leadership that they've grown into, I think that's probably the best thing, is seeing the way that they've grown. Seeing Fish grow from being a guy that wasn't even a player, and now he's an all-time linebacker, right? Seeing Elijah come up and see, Waffle House. This is my guy. So it's awesome to see all of us come from where we came from and dominating the way that we are.
I would just say the work ethic, I think of the three, but I just want to talk about these two, is just unmatched. And then obviously they talked about the work ethic, so I'm going to go a different direction. The way these two bring people with them, in the way they work, the way they carry themselves, the way they lead. You can see it on the team, you see it with them. Like, they're just bringing so many people to better themselves every time they step on the field, and I just think it's something that you should really admire, and I do, and I respect it a lot out of them.
Well, I respect all three of you. I respect this program. I'm looking forward to seeing what year 2 under Kurt Signetti looks like in Bloomington. I hope you guys have good people taking care of your pups back home. That's the most important thing. And I love that you have a little fluffy dog. I think that's my favorite thing.
I love him too. I just hope he's not similar to me.
All right. August 30th against Old Dominion, Indiana will kick off year number 2 under Kurt Signetti.